Web3.TV.
Hello and welcome to Web3 TV. I'm Lisa Amnegard, and today we're at the Dubai AI Festival. Joining me right now is Max Dinser, CEO of Digital Bricks. So thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you very much for having me. Yes, pleasure to be at the Dubai AI Festival. I think so far it has been two amazing days. The atmosphere, the energy of the festival is amazing. Everyone is really hyped about artificial intelligence. That's great to see.
Yeah, I love the energy here. And it's
Yes.
so nice to see so many
Right.
people from different industries embracing AI. But you just got off the stage and you talked about a very important topic. If you're a new business implementing AI, what kind of strategy should you apply?
Yeah, actually, shockingly enough, we still see that 91% of all AI implementations fail to get really to production. We as an AI system implementer, we basically developed an approach to make sure you don't do these mistakes. And that's what we call our 7-step AI implementation approach by Digital Bricks. It's quite important that you don't jump any of these steps because then you run that risk of doing so. And I think it starts with step 1, quite simply, define what's your AI strategy and understanding. While a lot of people like to jump on artificial intelligence, I think it's quite important that you think about the technological aspects. Is your organization ready from a data standpoint? But also more important, the human aspects, because it can be quite scary for people to adapt AI. And I think that's what it really comes down to. And what we do in the first 3 steps is understanding the potential, defining the strategy, so it amplifies the brand, the business, and helps with that. And the 3rd step is evaluate your internal capabilities. Make sure your organization is ready. You upskill them, you manage the change, and you take the scare from the employees.
So basically, you have to ask yourself AI to do what, right?
Yeah.
And then from there on, look at the scalability.
Exactly. And also how you want to implement that, because it can take every then people's jobs. So that is something that might be scary. But I see AI more as an assistant. So it's not going to take everyone's job, and you have to help people understand that. It can be a big potential to improve your productivity, to make you more efficient. You also need to think about in which kind of aspect or area you want to implement it in. Do you want to have it customer facing, or you want to have it more internally, or B2B, B2C?
Exactly. I think, we've learned, especially from, let's say, Dubai AI Festival, that Dubai is here to stay. So it's just a matter of fact how you want to embrace it and how you're going to use AI going forward. But it's also really interesting because you mentioned, many are afraid that AI is going to take our jobs and stuff like that. But it's also creating opportunities like Digital Bricks. You're a company that kind of came out of this revolution.
Exactly, yeah.
So can you tell me a little bit more about what you guys are doing and how you're helping businesses?
Yeah, so we started the business 2.5 years ago in Amsterdam. I'm born and raised in Amsterdam. And basically, Digital Bricks started as an idea. I used to work 10 years within the Microsoft ecosystem. So I've been both an enterprise solution architect for Microsoft, but also a data and AI lead. So I was quite early in the AI space, helping organizations like Siemens and Rituals. And what I realized when building applications for them, it's all about that human aspect. Because yes, we can automate great stuff, but if you prepare the humans of the organization to be able to use these tools, then you make success. And that was for me the reason to found it. Quite funny enough, basically we have an Englishman, that's my business partner, and me, German and Dutch, founding a company in the Netherlands. And we've been able to grow that team in the last 2.5 years to 25 people, which is quite some significant growth. And now we are proud to have run more than 20 agentic implementations, upskilled more than 1,000 people.
So what benefits does this bring companies?
Yeah, we mainly see workforce productivity, so time savings. At our stand, we have a presentation of Robin Rocks, which is a real estate AI agent that takes the process from a new property towards the listing, which usually takes 1.5 days, to a process of 10 minutes.
Okay.
Because it takes over all of those steps and automation bits for you. So time saving is one. Second is, I think, also cultural aspects that it can help with. We can personalize AI more. We can translate things easily into different language. Content becomes more faster and available. And the third aspect is really that you actually can bring it down to the people to define new use cases. So any kind of annoying administrative work that you had, we can now get rid of and simplify those processes.
And the areas that you work with is when it comes to education and strategy, are there any other areas?
Yeah, so the business is twofold indeed: education on the left side to upskill and prepare the workforce, and then implementation and software building on the right side. But we mainly focus on 4 industries, which is insurance, real estate, finance, and human resources.
And I know that you mentioned to me earlier that insurance is an area or an industry where AI is becoming very, very useful. So can you just tell me a little bit more about that, and what have the challenges been, and how is AI solving them?
Now, insurance is, of course, a perfect example, because if you think about it, it's a quite text-heavy business. Now, insurance is not like productions or physical works, not so much videos or stuff like that. Insurance is typically an agreement, a paragraph, and a policy that you need to do. And with AI agents, we can automate these steps as well as check the policies. So let's say a customer brings in a claim, and we see car damages, we can scan them and detect the damages and then see when they probably have occurred. And then we can match that to the policy and can say, hey, is this insurance actually covering this claim, yes or no? While that was a lot of checking, going through a lot of documentations and hours of work, this now becomes a simplified process where AI basically tells you, is that claim right, yes or no?
And it does it within seconds.
Yeah.
Finally, I just want to ask you, for any company looking to implement AI, what is your best advice right now?
Follow the 7 steps of implementation. Think about strategy, and more important, invest in education of your people. If your people understand how to use AI, they will bring you the use cases.
Okay.
Don't take a top-down approach, like from management down to the people. Do it the other way around. Enable your people, your workforce, and they will tell you how to implement artificial intelligence.
I think that's very good advice, and I want to say thank you so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.
It was a pleasure. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And I'll be bringing you more interviews. My name is Lisa Amnegard, and you're watching Web3 TV.
Web3.tv